Okay, hey everybody, welcome back to Beacon House Podcast. I'm your host Spence, and today I've got a bunch of people. This is maybe the most people we've had on a podcast possibly. I've got 5 guests in the studio. I don't know why I did that. I had 5 guests in the studio, and they are the legendary Knoxville act, Double Jointed, and we're going to get into it. But they actually have a little bit of history with Burn the City because we played with you guys at a show a while back at Admiral Music Fest. Shout out Admiral Music Fest. Love those people to death. But before we get too far into it, man, I just want to say thanks to our returning viewers who saw our last episode. I think it was episode 211 about the band Vindicta, like one of the new bands we support coming out. And since then, we've gotten feedback from the band and a lot of the listeners and that whole online community that called the Grievers, And I know you guys watch and just like, I just want to say thanks so much. You're never, ever far from the thoughts of Beacon House, and we love all you guys. And thanks for being music fans and supporting music. And I'm going to try to get all you guys to support these guys, too, to support Double Jointed. And it doesn't take very long for you to see why. We're going to show some clips. We're going to give a little bit of backstory, but you don't have to do much more than just listen on Spotify, and you'll see why. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get into it. And I'm going to kind of start over here. And the first member of Double Jointed, Josh, say hello to the listeners. Kind of introduce yourself a little bit.
How's it going? I play drums for Double Jointed.
And that's understatement too. Like you're a very, very good drummer. Like just to get that out of the way. Like your drumming is spectacular.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Are you a founding member or the founding member of Double Jointed? Are you the impetus?
Yeah, me and Adrian here, our guitarist, we started it. I was a junior in high school, and he was a senior.
Okay. So why don't you tell us a little bit about you?
Well, I just do the lead guitar.
I just do the lead guitar. Yeah.
That's about it.
Well, tell me more. Like, how long have you been playing guitar? How did you join forces with this person?
Well, I started out playing guitar. I didn't really play much punk rock. I started out with more of like grunge, like Nirvana type, so stuff like that.
If you don't mind me asking, and I know some people are weird about this, and you don't have to answer this if you don't, but how old are you?
20.
Okay.
21 in April.
I'm finding, and maybe you can, and I'm dead serious about this, man, like, because I'm old as shit. I'm not going to get into it on the podcast, but you guys know, just anyway. But that was sort of like my heyday, was like grunge, like the 90s, like that's when I was young and like first playing in bands that actually had gigs, and we sort of cut our teeth with that kind of music. And what I'm finding, like there was a point in the like post-hardcore days, like the 2009s or whatever, it just seemed like grunge and that really cool stuff from the 90s was just, it was extinct. And now there are so many young players and music fans and like artists that are super into 90s music. So what was your impetus? Did you have like a father or somebody? How did you get, or was it just found it on YouTube? Like, how did you get into that stuff?
Well, my dad, he used to listen to a lot of stuff like that, like the 80s rock, kind of like Black Sabbath or like Black Flag, like the older punk bands.
Hell yeah.
And then, whenever I was growing up, I didn't really like it as much.
Right.
But then I started to get into it, like in high school, and I was like, okay, it's really cool.
Sabbath is a tough sell on somebody like under the age of 12. You know what I mean? Like I'm into Sabbath now, but like when I was a kid, like it didn't appeal to me that much. Till I learned to appreciate stuff that's kind of sludgy, But that's cool to know, and man, I love it too because there's the music in the '90s. I talk about this a lot on here, but there's something about the music in the '90s where like I feel like it was the last era of music that wasn't overly commercialized, overly digital. It was getting there by the end of the '90s, but like it was still real organic. And after that, everything. It just exists in the cycle of like a smartphone, you know what I mean? But right before that. So it's cool that younger people are going back and picking that up. And I can see why. It's weird for me to understand the exposure, So I appreciate the insight. So tell me about, I'm also the guitar player. So tell me about like what kind of guitar do you play, or like who are some of your favorite players?
Well, as the guitar I play, I usually just do like a Stratocaster.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
Nothing wrong with Strat, man.
And then for my favorite guitarists, I'm trying to think of his name. I think it's Jackson Brown from Slick Shoes. He's probably my favorite guitarist.
Interesting. I don't know who it is. I'll go look him up right after this.
His riffs are definitely my biggest inspirations like ever.
I'm pretty sure I've heard Slick Shoes, but I didn't know that guy by name as a player.
I think that's his name.
I'll get into it.
I hope so.
I love discovering players. I'll get into it.
And then I've been getting into like Stevie Ray Vaughan. His guitar playing is really cool too.
Oh man, everybody has that moment when they discover him and they're just like, Jesus,
Yeah. Well, I told Josh I didn't like him like a long time ago.
I used to say
And
the same
then
thing.
I heard one of the songs. I was like, what was I thinking?
Yeah,
This is
when I was
crazy.
in high school, I had friends that were into Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimi Hendrix, and I wasn't, and I couldn't stand them. I didn't like. They said it's sloppy and boring, and I was like, nah. And I was into like metal, And then years later, I worked at Guitar Center for a little while, and I worked with some like old seasoned dudes, and they like showed me this stuff again, and I was like, oh, I get it,
Yeah.
Let's talk to this gentleman right down here.
Hello.
All right, you come on, you talk, scoot in a little bit here, and tell us what you are. What do you do?
I am Jeremy, and I play the bass guitar.
The big guitar,
Yeah.
as they call it. Yeah. As I understand correctly, you three are the original founding members of Double Jointed. Is that right?
Correct.
Well,
Demystify this for us over here.
it did start with them two. They were playing together before I was in the picture.
Sure.
But I met Josh at lunch in high school.
Yeah.
And he saw I was wearing an Operation Ivy shirt.
Love it.
Yeah. So
First, I
started
love
talking
Operation
about that.
Ivy.
Hell yeah.
But not only that, I've met so many people because of the shirt I was wearing or they were wearing. It doesn't happen enough. I'm so here for that. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, but we just started talking about punk bands and stuff, and
Yeah.
I told him I played bass, and he told me he played drums, and he pointed at Adrian. He was at another table, and he was like, he plays guitar.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
One day I think they had posted something on the account that they had made about trying to look for a bass player, and I swiped up, and I was like, hey, I play bass.
Dude, back when I was in high school and we were trying to get bands together, like, if you played bass, you were automatically in any band, because everybody wanted to play guitar, or sing or something. So you three were the original three members. And when you finally got together, were you doing like covers, or did you immediately start writing originals? How did it all sort of come together?
Well, first off, we were all big fans of Green Day. So, like, we covered Jaded a lot.
Okay.
Because we like that fast stuff.
Love it. I went through a period where, like, their album Dookie was like my Bible. That's also one of the reasons that, like, I recognize, like, fast, like, aggressive drumming. It's because, like, that was such my favorite, like, back in the day, too, So I was a big Green Day fan, too. Anyway.
And then me and Adrian, we started at my house because I had a shed out back in the backyard. And that didn't really work so well. And then he had a basement. So we all kind of took our stuff to his basement, and then best acoustics. I mean, we really got at it going and started writing some songs. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, it was just me and him at first, and then Jeremy, and Jeremy left the band once, but that happens, He came
things
back,
happen.
and that's what our first ever show was at the Brickyard.
The first show Burn the City ever played was at Brickyard. Mm-hmm. Also, God rest Brickyard. I mean, I wish it would come back, man.
Yeah, we love it. We love the Brickyard shows. But he came back for our first show. I was like, hey, we have our first show, and we really need a bass player. And he came back, and he was like, yeah, I'm hooked. I'm not leaving.
There you go.
I'm going to stay here because we had a pretty decent crowd just for our first show.
Oh, no doubt in one bit. You guys are spectacular. So, and what was it? What was it that changed your mind? Like, was it just the excitement of the thing? What did it for you? What sealed the deal?
I think it was the excitement. It was like just seeing it be a real thing. Like when we're on a stage and we're getting to actually show people what we're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just realized I couldn't pass up that opportunity, especially to play with them because they're like, and they're insane.
I saw it.
So
I know.
like,
It's rad.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome, man. So and speaking of like playing live, like from when we saw you guys, like it didn't appear that you had any problems with like stage fright or anxiety or anything like that. But do any of you secretly have kind of like nervous or anything you have to overcome or live? Like I know live playing live it just is such a ongoing like evolving process and it just goes forever and to get better and figure out. But what did you guys just naturally take to it?
Well, I started playing drums in church when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So
speaking of, how long have you been playing?
Oh gosh. Well,
it sounds like you've been playing 200 years.
My dad was a drummer, so I grew up always in the house with a set of drums.
Oh my God, that totally makes sense.
I have to give my dad some credit for that.
Yeah.
And he's an amazing drummer. So, but he didn't really play much punk.
Yeah.
My first like first couple bands I listened to that were punk bands were like MXPX
Love
and
it.
like stuff on Tooth and Nail, like the Christian punk and the
Yeah.
Christian ska.
Yeah.
And I'm still a huge fan of those bands. They
Yeah.
inspired me a lot. But my dad was the main reason why I started picking up the drums.
And what are, I'm guessing he's probably around my age, maybe.
He's 45 or 46.
Okay, so yes. And then what were his influences on drums? Probably Rush, Metallica, Dream Theater, that kind of stuff?
I'm honestly not too sure. But, I mean, he's a big fan of They Might Be Giants and stuff like that. But he like, MXPX was his main band that wanted him to play drums. And
Nice.
he loved Buddy Rich because he's a big jazz fan. So,
Yes. I've watched hours and hours of Buddy Rich. Like, I love it. And that's even before my time. Like, but if you go back and see it, it's like, there's one, he's one of one,
right. And he was a big fan of Nirvana. He was in that 90s stuff. So,
Yeah. It's spectacular. Love it. Well, that's awesome. And so you guys get started in the basement, start writing some tunes, and then kind of what happens next? Kind of walk me through like the next stage of the evolution.
Well, we started writing our own songs, and then I'm good friends with Mike Billups. He was in Reckless Threat.
Okay.
We just went to their farewell show and they just played Friday.
Oh, sick. Okay.
But I knew him because my dad was in a punk band in the Knoxville scene, like the 2016.
Okay.
And so I already knew him when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I'm in a band. And he was like, all right, I'll get you guys your first show. Our first show was the Brickyard.
Nice.
And then he was like, he made a post on Instagram, which made us all feel pretty good. But he was like, we were like one of the best first live bands he's ever seen.
That's exactly how my band, everybody in my band, Burn the City, felt the same exact way. Like we were just like, good God. Anyway, but that's so rad. So you played at Brickyard and then just kind of started from now. At what point did another member join? We've for anybody that can't see on the camera, we've got like a couple more members of Double Jointed over here that are going to jump in and kind of take these seats here in just a minute. But so it started out originally the three of you, and when did you add another person?
So our first two shows were just instrumental because we didn't have a vocalist.
Right.
So Alex, our lead singer, me and him were in music history class. Our teacher wanted him to bring in his instruments because he was in marching band in high school.
Yeah.
So he was kind of close to the music teacher.
Yeah.
And he had him bring in his bass.
Yeah.
And he started playing the bass in front of the class. And then I was like, after class, I was like, hey, we actually need a second guitarist because Adrian likes to write harmonies.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I actually really want to sing for you guys. And I was like, well, we need that too, so why not? We'll take that too. So he started off singing, and we were amazed. He was amazing.
That's killer, man. Love it. I love it. And so then, and walk me back about how long ago was that?
So we graduated in 2024.
Okay.
So it was probably 2023. No, yeah, 2023. He joined.
Gotcha.
October of 2023.
And then how did, in your opinion, like how did that change all the stuff with them? How did that kind of elevate?
Well,
how did that make it all? What happened then? Like you've got another element. How does that make things go?
He had a good ear for what music should sound like to him. He's a big fan of Pearl Jam and Eddie Vedder. So he was like, maybe we should try and rewrite some songs that you guys wrote earlier before he joined in. And we rewrote some songs. And then ever since, our song process has been so much better.
Love it.
So
I love it. I think that's kind of an important, maybe that's an important thing to mention. And I tell people this all the time too. Just being like a big fan of music and listening to lots of music is just as important as like taking music lessons or going to like a music school or what, because you're still learning. You're training your brain. And even if you just listen to bands that are on the radio or on MTV or YouTube or whatever, like somewhere in there's art, I mean, there's like somebody that made decisions about which chord changes to play or, how fast it needs to be or like, let's don't do another chorus. It's getting boring. Somebody crafted that and you're learning all that as you're just a fan of music. Some of the best players and songwriters that I've ever met, singers have no idea about like music theory or like any of that kind of stuff, but they're just massive. They're massively in love with music itself. And I think that's rad. So like you were talking about, just like somebody that has that much of a background.
Yeah.
That's a superpower if you're a player,
Well, back on the music theory stuff, I don't know anything about music theory. I just write what I think sounds good. I think he knows probably the most. Him and Alex probably.
Yeah, I took a
Know the
class
most.
in sophomore year.
Dude, I'll tell
music
you.
theory, but
I'm like his dad's age, and I just really started. I've been playing guitar like 30 years, and I just finally started like unpacking it. You know what I mean? And like, but I got by a long time, and probably could have continued getting on without worrying about all that stuff. I just kind of got to the point where I was curious, and I had opportunity. Shout out Patrick Grief, like my friend over in Spain. She's one of the guitar players in Vindicta, and like she's offered to kind of like do some online lessons, not just for me, but a bunch of people that are kind of in her community. And like, so I kind of went back and like, I figured, like I thought I was really far down the road. I was like, this is going to be easy. No, not at all, because she's in the conservatory in Spain, and so like she's throwing out like triads and all kind. And I was like, oh crap, I got to go back and actually be a student again. But it's been the greatest thing, man. Like it's cool, and it didn't change how I did anything. It just all of a sudden like little things have started to kind of pop up when I'm playing, and I go, oh, there's that thing I learned the other day. Oh, okay. It just kind of get in there. I think that's the right way to use it, is to like learn it and then kind of forget it and just let it be there when you need it, you know, and not to think like, oh, I have to, the rules say I have to do this thing or that thing. Because you don't ever want to approach music like that, I don't think.
yeah, I agree.
But it just kind of puts a few more tools in your toolbox here and there, and you can't get too, you got to just kind of know how to use it, you know what I mean? But it's cool. There's some cool things there. I mean, whenever you do decide to go down that rabbit hole, like the good news is, like, man, these days you can just fire up YouTube and learn whatever you want. Like it's not a big deal at all. But all right, we're gonna switch out real quick, gentlemen. Thank you so much. You can jump back in later if you need to, and like let's get these two over the newer members of Double Jointed over here. Great even better. Yeah, you'll pop those headphones on. Pop those headphones on, and then check your mic. Make sure you can hear everything.
Yeah, I can hear myself.
You sound good. Sound
Yeah, I
good.
can hear.
All right, then. We've done our little switch out. And Josh, why don't you introduce these two members, and then you guys can talk a little bit about your roles in the band and when you joined, how you joined, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so this is Jordan. He is our rhythm guitarist, and he is
What's up?
about 3 or 4 months new to the band. So, and this is Alex. He is our lead singer.
Hello.
Yes, who we heard about in the previous segment. Yes, indeed. And we were talking before this, too. Okay. Oh, well, go ahead. And so you're the newest member.
Yeah, I mean,
How'd you wind up in Double Jointed? Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. I have known Alex like all of my life.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably the main reason why I'm in the band right now. But it just kind of became a thing. Like, man, we really could have used a rhythm guitarist. I was like, I don't want to play rhythm at all. So they started looking for a new guitarist. And I didn't know how to play the guitar about like 2 years ago. I think I actually started like December of 24.
Okay.
More realistically, and actually started practicing the summer of 25.
You must be a fast learner.
I've been in marching band
Okay.
and music all throughout middle and high school.
So you've got that musical foundation, yeah.
Yeah, some foundations, but like him and I were both percussionists all throughout like fifth grade to senior year.
Got it.
Every semester. But I just needed to learn up, and as soon as I was ready to play the songs that Double Jointed played, that's my first show was actually the Taco Bell show.
Yeah. That's a little like trial by fire. Like the biggest show we've had was his very first live performance. So
We're going to get into that, by the way. We're going to talk about that show. My God. Wow. Well, congratulations, man. Like, you went from being like, I'm just starting to take playing seriously, to being in like one of the best bands that's ever been in this area, to being like in a viral like live video. So in a very short period of time. So congrats, man.
yeah, he locked in. He I think you started taking it real seriously in like February 2025, and we had practices with him. Me and Adrian would meet up with him and learn him the songs, but it was all himself. He's self-taught. He worked hard. He locked in. So
You're one of those guys. It's just good at things.
yeah, he has
I guess.
a vast like just background of musical knowledge. Like he was always one of the best in the percussion section in the band as a whole. He had a good idea what he was doing. If he didn't know his shit, he wouldn't be here.
I love it. Love it. Oh, that's rad, man. Okay, and well, then let's talk about you. Give us a little bit of a. We already talked. He already mentioned a little bit of like the history of you, but tell us about yourself a little bit.
Yeah, so like Josh said, we were in a music history class together.
Yeah.
Had our teacher made me play bass in front of the class. I played like a Tool song, 46 or 2 or Schism or something,
not an
and
easy song.
he was like, "Hey, we could use you," and then I was like, I'm okay at the guitar, but I would have preferred to sing. So they still needed that too. So that after that, all the songs started feeling complete and everything. And then I think my first show with them was at the Brickyard, and that was a lot of fun. That's great.
Rad. No, we talked to the other guys a little bit, but like, can you guys give me some of your influences?
Yeah. I really Lynn Strait. Let's see. Eddie Vedder, like Josh says. I love Pearl Jam. And what's another one? Ian MacKaye, Minor Threat, and Fugazi, everything like that. That's what I'm about.
That guy's actually kind of he's an inspiration or an influence of mine on the guitar too, because he played like his whole live rig for so many years of Fugazi. It was just an old JCM 800, dead ass, just straight in. Like, I mean, he didn't require any help. He was just ready the whole time. I loved it, man. I was a big Fugazi fan.
Oh yeah,
still am, of course. I mean,
Jordan has a bit different of a background, honestly.
Let's hear it. Yeah.
Honestly, like I didn't start getting into punk until like senior year of high school.
Yeah.
Realistically, I've got a bit more of a indie rock kind of thing.
Like who?
Like the band Hers.
I think I've heard.
I think my favorite guitarist would be Stephen Fitzpatrick from Hers.
Okay, I'm not familiar. I'll go check it out.
Yeah, that's fine. It's definitely not punk rock or anything that we would ever play. That serves a lot more of my inspiration for guitar.
I think it's okay to have like real varying inspirations, like influences too. Like I have so many influences that don't sound anything like the band I play in, and I think you'd still get certain things. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's totally okay. And I love indie bands, too, so I'll definitely check that one out. But I feel like you were going to say you had some more.
Honestly, I really like Hers, and I kind of like some of the indie pop. I know it might be, like, corny, but...
Nope, let's go. I'm into...
Oh, yeah.
I really used to enjoy, like, Mickey Darling, and even, like, what little, like, guitar parts were in there. I really, liked the cleanness that was in that.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, after playing, and maybe you guys can relate to this, but I know me personally, like if I've either been playing guitar a lot or we've been rehearsing a lot, I've just heard guitar. Sometimes I just want to listen to stuff that has no guitar in it at all, even some like real lame pop. And I'm not going to name any of it because I said, but I mean like other people consider it lame. I'm loving it. I'm just like, I need this, I need to like decompress with some like clean sounding pop and, every now and then.
Yeah.
It cleanses the palate, I guess.
Other than that, I think one of my other more favorite artists is like Masayoshi Takanaka. I really like like Japanese jazz and like Japanese like city pop stuff. Like Kingo Hamada is like one of my favorite albums. Also, I discovered my love for Steely Dan about like last year.
Yeah. Everybody's there. Yeah, everybody has that moment. Yeah. One of my really good friends is the YouTuber Ben Eller. But he lives here, and I've known him for years. But he did a video about Steely Dan recently, and he kind of broke down like what are they playing, and like some of the chords are just real bizarre, and it's just that yacht rock thing that they do, and it seems like it would be simple, and it's actually harmonically really complicated. And he kind of breaks Steely Dan down, but that's a really good one. If anyone wants to learn about Steely Dan, or if you haven't watched Ben Eller, please watch Ben Eller. Anyway, go on.
Other than that, I don't really draw influences from many other places, but that's some of like my daily listening is a lot of like Japanese jazz and like even like outside of the realm of guitar, I really like Ryo Fukui. But that's about it.
Everybody go listen to that. We'll check it out for sure. That's
Scenery
wild.
by Ryo Fukui. That's like the best like a really good like solid jazz album, like instrumental.
Okay.
No guitar, just like a bass and a piano and. I think that's a drum set, of course.
And how did you get into that? Like, how were you exposed? Like, where did that come along the pike?
I think I watched a video about how Masayoshi Takanaka's "All of Me" like compilation album had changed their perspective on music, and it really did. It's just a compilation album of like his most popular works.
Yeah.
That's really just how I discovered like the Japanese side of like some guitar playing. It's a lot different.
Far out. Wow. Okay, I'll definitely go check that out and expand my musical horizons. That's pretty wild. So, Josh, you give me kind of like an idea. Like, so now you've got these guys. You're very new. You were literally Taco Bell was show number one, but now that now Double Jointed is like a fully functional, firing on all cylinders, 5-piece like force of nature. What was it like going? I guess pre Taco Bell show. Like how are things going, and like kind of what was it like finally having all the pieces together?
Well, it feels fuller in a way because now we have 2 guitarists.
Yeah.
So now the harmonies Adrian wrote, like we have some harmonies in our EP coming out March 13th that we recorded at the Blasting Room.
Everybody get ready, March 13th. We're going to talk about it. Go on.
And Adrian, when we were there, he was like, I want to add some harmonies. And so when we got back, I guess Jordan was in the picture. And so when Jordan got in, our harmonies are really, really great. Like you can actually hear them live now.
Love it.
And it's
kudos to you for writing harmonies too, by the way. Like I am not man enough to write. Like in our band, it's the other guy, Dylan, that writes all the harmonies. And I'm just like, wait, can you show me that? Like, I don't, what do you want me? He'll write my part and his part and just go, here, play this, you idiot, you know? But kudos for that too. So you picked up on that. Did you have any trouble picking up and syncing up with the harmonies and stuff?
I just do whatever he tells me.
That's what I do. That's my role in Burn the City. I'm the same. So anyway, so you've got all them together. Harmonies are firing off. And then tell us, I guess we should go ahead and talk about the Taco Bell show. Like, and like when you guys first came out, like you guys are probably sick of talking about this, but it's so good. It was so viral. Like it was, and maybe my algorithm just is catering to me, just like all of ours are, you know. But man, I was telling you guys, like I went downtown to see some friends of mine at work on Market Square, and they were all watching it. When I mentioned, like, dude, Double Jointed's going to be on the podcast. And they were all like, oh, you mean this one? And they had the video, the Taco Bell video, which, by the way, I'll cut it in. But tell us kind of how all that happened.
So Jordan and Adrian, they both work at Taco Bell. So
I was wondering, I was like, somebody knows somebody. Dude.
So
yeah.
They had the hookups, and then one of our good friends, Dylan, he's a good band friend, and he kind of had it all put together, kind of, I guess.
Yeah, Dylan's a little bit more persuasive than me. Some might say annoying. I might not say that. Able to, really convince people.
Yeah.
But we tried to do it like last year before I was in the band in 2024.
Right.
Just because like, oh, that would be so funny, right?
Yeah,
That'd be so cool. And then we actually were able to convince our manager to be like, yeah, I mean, that'd be all right. It was at 9 o'clock on a Sunday. Like nobody's here for Taco Bell at 9 o'clock on a Sunday.
So the manager was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
They were all about it.
Even the regional manager, none about it. Yeah, we talked to our general manager, and he was cool with it. And we like that.
What is his name?
Jason.
Jason, you're a legend.
Yeah,
I'm here to tell you right now.
Yeah, shout out to Jason.
Because everybody watching that video was like, "How? How did they get? Who signed off on? Like, how did they get in there to do that? Like, whoever okayed this is the coolest person. Like, that's the coolest Taco Bell on earth. Good job.
Yeah, they had a visit from the the code inspection people the next day. I think they were just worried about it was something about the fire marshal or whatever.
Yeah,
there's some code was broken.
Of course.
It was fine.
We didn't actually break any codes. There were under 71 people in the building, which is I think there was around like 50 something people.
Yeah.
Including the employees.
Totally in the lines.
Lines, we weren't selling, like we weren't like making people pay for tickets or anything. It was a free show, so like there was no codes broken. There was just someone that didn't like that their Taco Bell wasn't getting out as fast as possible.
Yeah, well, man, I don't know who shot the video of. Like, I'm assuming you had some friends that were just like, but whoever did the videos of it did such a good job. It was perfect. I mean, it looked perfect on a phone. It went, I mean, tell us about what it was like after the show. Actually, wait, let's back up. Tell me what the show was like to play that show.
It was It was pretty thrilling. I mean, that was our first like Lenore City show. Like that's the first time we were playing 5 minutes away from our homes, and to see people we recognized that maybe we didn't specifically invite that were just there because they knew us and they heard something cool was going down in Lenore City of all places. So that was incredible to see like familiar faces and be like, wow, we're playing in our hometown Taco Bell. It was great. It felt so fun.
So rad. So rad, man. And the video of it is just spectacular.
I want to say it was probably my mom who recorded most of those videos, like the angle from the back of the restaurant, like above everybody's head. My mom sat and recorded most of the show. So
I think a
kudos,
lot of it was
Mom.
also
Tuttle.
Dylan.
Dylan too.
Like Dylan was like running all around the place. Dylan's objective was to get as much recording of this place as well.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff we haven't even put out yet.
Oh man, you guys heard it here.
we
Stay
have
tuned.
a backlog.
But like a lot of it was like very much thanks to Dylan for putting it together.
The promotion and shit too. We had a lot of help from people just spreading the word. I mean, we had flyers up on like UT campus and around. They were him and Dylan, Adrian. They were dropping pamphlets in people's orders at Taco Bell to get them to come.
That's how you do it, man.
Yeah.
You just got to do everything, anything and everything you can think of, and just go for it. Like another extremely talented band that I was lucky enough to see when they were really, really young. I was young then too, kind of, but was a local band called 10 Years. Man, they had just pounded the pavement. They put up flyers every single day. They went to the mall every day, handed out flyers. They handed flyers to people that didn't look like they would come see like kind of a hardcore or like a rock show. They just, anybody that would listen. And man, they literally just clawed their way to the top, just like you guys are doing. So you guys are doing it exactly right. Exactly right. It's worked before. It'll work again. I promise you. Promise.
I was just at work. The manager was like, no, we shouldn't put up posters yet. Like he was like a little bit weird about too many people being there.
Yeah.
And we were very thankful for there being just like the right amount.
Just
of people.
enough.
The
Perfect.
The Taco Bell parking lot was like full, and we had to park at like the church next to the Taco Bell too. But like I was just at work, and we had just like pieces of paper that we used the Taco Bell printer. We weren't. I was about to use my ink and my paper.
Exactly.
So like we would just made a little graphic with the Spotify like code.
Yep.
Talk like punk rock show. We put ska punk, and then we're like ska punk. We just need to put punk rock to get people to come. 'Cause, like who's gonna be like, oh my god, I want to go see a ska band.
Yeah. Maybe the Operation Ivy fans, but those are, you never know you're going to get. Like,
I would just, anybody that looked a little punk or maybe a little gay, I was like, let's just, I want them here.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, it definitely was a slam dunk. So what was the residual response? Like, what was it like the next day? And like the week after that?
The night, I think it was the night of, I don't know if you've ever heard of Lenore City Speaks Out, but it's like this Facebook group where just...
Oh, they have one for Knoxville and Maryville too, or like...
I'm sure, but it's somewhat popular in Lenore City. People just go on... Taco Bell is notorious for being complained about on Lenore City Speaks Out.
They hate Taco Bell.
They hate us. Yeah, they really do. It's just like, oh man, they forgot...
They fucked up
one
my
taco,
order.
and they messed it all up.
I can imagine. Were they mad? Were they just like, oh, well, guess what they're doing now? They had a punk show at that taco. No wonder they can't get my chalupa right.
There was just a post saying, what is going on at the Taco Bell? And the comments like, apparently it's a punk rock show. Oh, well, maybe if they focused on getting their orders right instead of doing punk rock shows.
Yeah, people were pissed, but there was a decent amount of people coming to our defense in the comments.
Absolutely,
like,
they
people
should.
You'd see you wouldn't expect, like just a mother on Facebook or something. Like people like they're out here, they're having fun, doing something for their community. They could be out getting into trouble.
Exactly.
There's plenty other worse things that could be happening.
Also, by the way, playing music is not easy. Like, if there are parents out there listening, like if you have a kid that's trying to be in a band and trying to like promote themselves, like it's a massive undertaking. It's not just learning how to play or how to sing, but you also have to figure out how to write songs on top of that. Then you've got to figure out how to sell it. And these days, you have to be like a social media influencer. So like if you've got a kid that's working on stuff like that, please support them because that's a lot of different skill sets all working together. And I promise you, if you have a kid that knows how to like function like a successful band, they're going to be able to do anything they choose to do. They're going to be open to business or like, you know, manage employees or like it takes a lot to run a band these days. So like kudos to the parents who are getting behind that. But I also want to say, if anybody's listening to this, that Taco Bell deserves not to be under the gun. I want everybody listening to this to go to the Lenore City Taco Bell and leave a 5-star review on Google for being the best Taco Bell that supports local musicians.
Yes.
That actually would be a great help.
I'm serious. Hey, go do it. Dude, you don't know the people I've got. Some of them are in other countries, but if they can figure out Google, they'll leave a review, you know?
Honestly.
They'll be like, why are we getting reviews from Spain? I'm
would
talking to the
like to.
Grievers. You guys know. Let's go.
It would, yes, be helpful, but honestly, like, Taco Bell will still exist and make money beyond our efforts to help them.
Hopefully.
And we've had discussion of it, trying to do like an annually thing, like do it at the end of every year, at our last show of every year. We were thinking about doing that
My God.
because we had a lot of people, about 50 people show up, which is more than we expected.
Yeah.
Like we were set up. I had my drum set up and everything, and then out of nowhere, the place was packed before we even started. And I was like, oh my God, this is like the most people we've ever played in front of. And you would not believe the pit that was in there. We had some crowd surfing in a Taco Bell. Mm-hmm. Props to my dad for doing that. He was like, I need to get the energy going. So my dad crowd surfed in the Taco Bell.
Hell yeah, dude.
Because my dad, I got my punk from my dad's stuff. So he
knew he was ready to go.
Yeah,
he knew what to do.
He supports us fully, and he can't believe how good we are and how quick we're moving up in the world.
Kudos to you, Dad. Kudos to all the people supporting this band. I mean, like, I love it. I think that it's not necessarily like an imperative, but like it definitely makes a difference.
Mm-hmm. And we've had a lot of help so far. We currently practice in my house in the sunroom. That my parents have heard us several times a week for the past 2 years, and they enjoy it. I mean, Adrian's parents put up with us in his basement, and Josh's dad has done so much for us.
Yeah.
He used to drive us around, and we didn't have the van yet, but he's been to almost all of our shows. He's the biggest punk we know. He's been incredible for us.
Dude, I love
and
it.
he's over 100 days sober with no alcohol. Shout out.
Kudos
to Dad.
again, right there. That's awesome.
Shout out to Dad.
We're all very proud of him for being sober.
What was it? What's his name again?
Michael.
Michael.
Yep.
Michael Wright?
Yep.
Michael Wright. Kudos to you, man. It's a pleasure to hear about you. You're a legend.
We love his. He's
Thanks for taking care of these guys.
Poopah.
Yeah, he's Poopaw for the band.
Well, I'll tell you just kind of like our personal, it was a couple of years ago, Admiral Music Fest out in Farragut, at Farragut High School, organized by Bailey and Katrina. Love them. They've been on this podcast, actually. We did the thing with, But, like, she had reached out to us about Admiral Music Fest, and I personally I wanted to do it because that stage at Farragut High School in the auditorium was the first stage I ever played on.
Really?
Ever. When I was in that high school, and it was like a talent show. It wasn't even a real band, and same like you were we didn't even have a singer, and we were just going up there and playing like I think a Metallica cover or something, and like anyway, it was just like to get to go back and just knowing everything I know now from like being so terrified as a kid and like being able to go back and just the perspective. I was like, dude, we got to do it. We've got to do it, and there were tons of bands on it, and they were all super good. And but I mean, really, like you guys, when you guys played, we were just like we were so blown away. We couldn't believe it. Like, we were just waiting to talk to you. Like, after the gig, we were just like, and you guys already had gigs. You're like, yeah, we're playing at Brickyard. I mean, like, we were just like, this, of course they do, like, but, so Burn the City has been a huge, huge supporter and fans of Double Jointed since Admiral Music Fest. And, but even since then, you guys are now on a label.
Yeah, we,
tell us about that.
So after the Blasting Room, which was awesome. It was a huge step for us.
And that was where you recorded?
Yeah, because...
Okay, yeah. So Bill Stevens from The Descendants owns the studio you recorded at.
Yeah, and we traveled about 24 hours. We drove nonstop and we were there for a week, and we recorded 5 songs.
Oh, wow.
Last March.
Unreal.
He wasn't there. He was on tour with The Descendants, obviously.
No. Got to do what you got to do, I guess.
But... It was an awesome experience. We saw everything that like all our favorite bands did there. We stayed in the lounge where Descendants stayed and stuff like that. And I was tired because I played drums in a punk band, so So it was tiring for me, but it all came out great. And we're really happy for it. And we're happy for you guys to hear it.
Oh, I'm stoked.
But after the recording, I sent a lot of stuff to a bunch of record labels.
Yeah.
And we got a lot back. But I sent it to 59X Records out of Atlanta.
Okay.
And they're close. You know, my mom's like, she's like, I don't want you going too far. You're my baby.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
everything like that. So I was like, I'll try this label. And we were actually on a bill for that label. It was like a festival they call 59X Fest.
Yeah.
And it was at a bar, and it was 21 and up. We were 19. And I was like, hey, we play bars, but some bars don't let us play.
Yeah.
And that was one of the bars that was like, we can't have anyone in the building under 21.
Uh-oh.
So we were pretty upset about that. But then when we got our recordings, I sent them to that label, and Peter, the owner, he was like, give me your number. I want to call you immediately. And we just started talking, and it was like a done deal. He talked to the whole band, and we love Peter, and he's awesome.
Yeah.
And March 13th is the release date, and we'll have some physical copies. It'll be on pre-order on the website. And you can come if our show's coming up. You can come and grab a copy there.
March 13th.
Yep, it's the day it comes out.
March 13th, double jointed. You guys get on it. So, what is the best way for somebody, either in Knoxville or somebody far away, to access? Would it be to go on Spotify, Bandcamp, your website? How should we direct everybody?
Well, we don't usually post on Bandcamp.
Okay.
So probably Spotify.
Okay.
We do most of our stuff through Spotify.
Okay, gotcha. And I'll put a graphic up right now to show like double jointed on Spotify. Everybody go follow them. They're legendary. They're so good. You'll hear it. Don't take my word, but just hit play and you'll see. You'll freaking see.
It should be on most major streaming
And
platforms.
you guys already got a
Like,
bunch of
it'll
stuff
be
on
Apple
Spotify
Music.
too.
Yep.
Like I mean, okay, it's gonna be killer.
Oh, yeah.
Walk me through your first show.
We are doing a four run shows of our tour, kind of. It's like a support tour.
Yeah.
So the 12th, the day before it comes out, we'll be in Kentucky.
Okay.
And then the day of, we'll be in Chattanooga. We're playing a house show, and we love house shows.
Love it.
The hype is awesome there.
It's so good.
We get a good crowd at house shows.
And that's starting to like really be a big. I don't want to say trend because there's some stigma around the word trend. But I mean, it's starting to be like a big thing. Like it's a vibe. Like the people are doing like house shows, independent shows. Like they're not waiting to get booked at some like shady club that wants to take all the money or get a promoter involved. Like, dude, we've dealt with shady promoters, and it's just. We're like, you know what I mean? Like we're having to tell the other bands, here's $20, and we only get $20, and this guy's got, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's so much better to just keep it like the ground
low
level.
key.
Also, that's punk rock as hell. Mm-hmm. It doesn't get much more underground than that. I love it. I love it. So that's what you're doing in Chattanooga.
Yeah, and then the day after Chattanooga, on that Saturday, we'll be in Atlanta. We're playing another house show. So we love the house shows.
Love it.
And we obviously we don't care if we get paid because we love playing music. We
Sure.
love getting out there, seeing fans that know us that we've never met before, and that's an awesome feeling.
Oh, it is. It so is.
But when we do get paid, we're super stoked because we don't have to pay for gas.
Exactly,
So it's
exactly.
like, but we never ask for money. We never want money. We just want
Right.
to play shows. And then we have a day off on Sunday, so we'll drive to Ohio and we have an Airbnb booked. And then that Monday we have a show in Milford, Ohio, in the basement of a record store. Oh. So we're super stoked.
So rad. Oh, I love it, man. That's going to be so much fun. I absolutely love that. That's killer. And then you said that will the full album be streaming on the 13th?
Yep, it'll
Okay.
come out, and we'll have pre-orders and everything like that.
And aren't you guys, if I understood correctly, you guys are label mates with our neighbors, Rough Dreams.
Yep, yep.
Love those guys. Known them forever. They inspire us literally through the wall of this building. Like they're so good. Like they're awesome. It's rad. It's with the opportunity of being in the proximity or just being in the orbit of bands like you guys and them is not lost on us. Like it's a big deal. And I'm here to tell you, like a lot of people will go on, and maybe your dad could speak on this too. But like a lot of people talk about how the Knoxville music scene is not what it once was, and that's true because it used to be crazy good. Like when everybody was getting signed out of here, and it was just nuts. But like, man, I still believe that there is a very healthy like up and coming music scene and a lot of so much good, incredibly good young talent.
There's a lot of good people. I mean,
Really are.
We have yet to have a single bad experience with anybody in Knoxville. Everybody we've talked to, every band we've met, every show we've been at, has all been great people. Everybody's so kind. The whole Knoxville scene for music in general, at all, anybody playing shows, it's like interconnected. It's like everybody kind of knows each other. You're able to. There's familiar names and faces.
That's how. I mean, and that's how you get a music scene to kind of like. You have to have that for it to function.
Yeah.
But when it does, it's so rad. Yeah, dude. I mean, I do wish Brickyard was still around.
Oh yeah,
It's heartbreaking.
You know.
But last year we went to Florida twice, and we met some really cool people down in Florida, and they kind of like last year they kind of adopted us into their punk scene a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I got some phone numbers, I got some Facebook friends from them, and I'm sure we'll be down there this year too
yeah.
because we love playing in Florida. We love
That's
Florida.
awesome.
Met a lot of
So-
good people.
Honestly, man, you guys are so good. I can't see you guys going into any scene and everybody in the scene not being like, "Oh my god, get their number, get over here, find out who they are." You know, and I think you guys can expect that. Like that's gonna happen because you guys are literally that good. How can people follow you on socials? So we've connected on Instagram a couple times. Is there
Right.
anything else I need to look for?
Instagram's our big thing. we
Instagram's
don't
our
really
biggest.
we don't really post on Facebook. We don't like Facebook that much. But
Same.
we should probably start doing that more.
Go back to Facebook every now and then and just see.
A lot of official communications. I feel like talking to like venues and everything. A lot of that stuff happens on Facebook.
Yes,
So you
yes.
have to have it.
It's
but-
the necessary evil, so to speak. Yeah, yeah.
Which we don't have. We don't have hardly any Facebook followers. Like everybody on Instagram and TikTok, go to our Facebook and like us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook. So
Yes.
people on Facebook think we're serious too.
There you go.
because
There you go.
If they go to TikTok and Instagram, we got
Yeah.
some pretty big followers there. But like, go to Facebook. We need more
Yeah.
Facebook.
Facebook, our Facebook is lacking. We don't post anything
No.
on there really.
Gotcha. And I'll throw up here on the screen. I'll do a link to your Instagram
That's
account
socials.
and everything. But I'm I mean just on behalf of like Beacon House and on behalf of Burn the City and on behalf of like everybody that gives a crap about what I have to say, I really am encouraging people like please go and support Double Jointed. Please go ahead and like follow them on not just Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, but go ahead and follow them on Spotify too. Like that's been a big one for Burn the City. Is like we can get like we're starting to build fans and stuff on Instagram, but we just have no followers on Spotify at all. Which I understand some people don't use Spotify anymore. Maybe they're using Apple Music, whatever. I get it. But just some people do look at that and they understand how many monthly listeners. So please go and listen to Double Jointed. Follow them on all their platforms and get ready. March 13th, you said?
March 13th.
I mean, it's coming. And I'm here to tell you, it's going to be you can go right now and listen to what they've already got. And that should tell you pretty much like what to look forward to on the 13th. It's going to be so rad.
Yeah, thank you.
Is there anything, can you kind of give like a teaser or a little hint about something that's going to be coming on the 13th? Is there one particular song or anything?
We already have 2 singles that got released. So there's going to be 3 new songs people haven't heard. But I would say that just get ready for the first track on it because the first track kind of gets you pumped up for the rest of it.
Let's go.
So
Okay.
it and it's not really punk. It's a ska song.
What's the first track gonna be?
Punching
I forgot.
Out.
Punching out. Okay, good.
I forgot. So, but you like just the first
That's
little
a good
bit,
one.
it gets you pumped up, and we're excited for people to hear it.
Love it.
That
Love
might
it.
be my favorite one on the whole record. Either that one or Hoi Ho, which is already out. But
I heard
Punching
that.
Up is
That
good.
was
Hoi
the-
Ho's great.
If you go on Spotify, I believe it's the most recent one on
Yes.
Spotify. Okay, yeah. I saw that earlier, or last night I saw that. I mean, sky's the limit, man. Just kudos. I just want to say kudos to you guys for doing it and doing it right. You know,
We appreciate it.
And I'm not trying to compare anybody, obviously, to anybody else, but just like you guys occupy a very rare space of just like young, talented bands that just came out of the gate, just killing. I mean, killing more than usual, and you're just picking up momentum. So, like, I love seeing it, man. Like, it's pretty rad. And hopefully, we get to gig together at some point. You know,
Yes, I'd
we're
love to.
we're working on finishing an album now too. I know everybody online's heard about it incessantly. And we're finally in the final stages of mixing and all that, and we're trying to get like a release show or whatever. And obviously, you guys are right at the top of our list.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
to play
Oh,
on.
nice.
And I mean, if you guys do decide to do the Taco Bell thing, like an annual thing, or even just like a middle of the summer, you decide to like, hey, by the way, we're gonna do it again. count us in, dude. Like
Yeah.
we'll be there. Like we'll totally come watch you guys.
And it's kind of funny because we posted that. Then we got a text message from coworkers. Well, not coworkers, but people who work at Jimmy John's,
Yeah.
and McDonald's, and they're like, "Hey,
Oh, they wanted you to come play there.
yeah, they're like, hey, come and play at our
play at our
at our
restaurant.
store," and we're like, "Give us a date. Where are you located?" I mean,
The food circuit.
and like I joked around, I was like, we could do a tour of just restaurants and just go to fast food restaurants and just tour them,
Dude. My God, please make it happen. Internet, make it happen. The internet can make
Please.
anything happen. Make it happen, internet. Call your local Jimmy John's and say, I want double jointed, or I'm never buying a sub again, or whatever. For anybody that's either listening to this like on Spotify and not on YouTube, go watch all this stuff. Like definitely go check out these videos. Go watch double jointed. Go watch all this stuff that we're talking about, man. Like it's very, very entertaining. And definitely listen to them. Definitely follow them on Spotify. And man, you guys got anything else? I think we're just about done.
Yeah. Nothing. I think we've said all that we were prepared. So all the promotional stuff. That's all we were thinking about. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I think we're pretty good. I would say go subscribe to our YouTube Double Jointed Topic account
Okay, there you go.
because our EP will be released there.
Okay.
And so we don't have many subscribers, so we would like to see some subscribers on our YouTube too.
We need to get those double jointed numbers up on YouTube and on Facebook. So whoever's
Facebook.
watching, let's do Facebook and YouTube. Let's go.
And if you don't want to, just follow our Instagram. I mean, we'll take all the followers we can get.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
totally, absolutely. Yeah. Share their stuff, man. Tag them, like you guys. I mean, we've got a real supportive group of people that support and they tag and they share. And I mean, like you can count on them to get behind. Like it'll be awesome. And you may see some people. If you see some people sharing your stuff, and you're like, who the hell is that? Or like some other artists or whatever. It's probably one of our people. So like, check them out. Get back.
Awesome.
Anyway.
That'd be great.
All right. Well, dude, thank you guys so much for being here.
Awesome.
Thank you. It has been an honor. This
Dude,
is the first podcast we've ever been a part of.
come back.
so-
Let's come back if
we
you
would
wanna-
love to. We'll
Let me
see
know
you
how-
again, Beacon House.
How the moment? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'd love it. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you
Very much.
All right. Well, this is Beacon House sounding off. Everybody go follow Double Jointed.
Yes, it's been an honor.